Here is your latest African news. Mali cuts off military cooperation with France. Mali's ruling government has announced it was breaking off from its defense accords with former colonial ruler France, condemning flagrant violations of its national sovereignty by the French troops there. Mali military spokesman Maïga cited multiple instances of French forces having violated the country's airspace, while also referring to the June 2021 decision by France to end joint operations with Malian forces. Tensions between France and the military government in Mali, which seized power in August 2000, have been rising for some time. The announcement, threatened several times over the past few weeks, was the last confirmation of deteriorating relations between the two countries. The agreement being ended set the framework for France's presence in Mali in 2014, which was signed a year after French troops deployed a large force towards occupied Mali. Burkina Faso. Race to save 8 miners trapped for 2 weeks. Rescue workers are racing against the clock to save 8 miners who have been trapped for 2 weeks in a Canadian-operated mine in Burkina Faso. Trevali Mining Corp announced on April 16th that 8 miners, 6 from Burkina Faso, a Zambian and a Tanzanian, were missing following a flood underground at a zinc mine in Pakoa, 100 kilometers from the capital Ouagadougou. Prime Minister Albert Ouedraogo, in a visit to the site, blamed irresponsibility by those in charge at the mine. He alleged that several days before the accident, dynamite was used in the open-air part of the mine, which weakened the underground gallery and enabled the flooding. Ouedraogo said there would be an inquiry to find out who was responsible and had barred the mine officials from leaving the country. The families of 6 miners have filed cases against persons unknown for attempted manslaughter, endangering life, and failing to assist a person in danger. The fate of the miners has lit up social networks with calls for solidarity and efforts to save the men. Kenya and Morocco. Kenya and Morocco to increase minimum wage. The governments of Kenya and Morocco are set to increase the minimum wage to cushion workers against further erosion of their purchasing power. Speaking at Labor Day celebrations in Nairobi, Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta said a rise of 12% was necessary to help workers cope with a surge in consumer prices, which have been partly driven by the war in Ukraine. Kenyans have seen commodities including cooking oil and fuel go up in price, exacerbated by supply concerns following the Russian-Ukraine conflict. Meanwhile, in Morocco for other workers, the increase will be 10%. The deal was sealed in an agreement between the government, major labor unions, and the Federation of Employers. The agreement also includes an increase in family allowance and retirement benefits. South Africa. Protesting miners stop speech by President Cyril Ramaphosa. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa abandoned his Workers' Day speech at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium, northwestern city of Rustenburg, when striking mine workers stormed the stage. The workers employed by Sibanye Stillwater Mine are demanding a wage increase of $63 per month instead of the $53 amount being offered by the mine. Ramaphosa had decided to mark the Workers' Day, a public holiday in South Africa, to mark May 1st by giving a speech to union members in Rustenburg, a mining center. Ramaphosa had to be whisked away as protesters demanded that he leaves. He had attended the Congress of South African Trade Unions, COSATU, organized Workers' Day celebrations. COSATU had warned that government and relevant stakeholders need to acknowledge the plight of workers. They say the government has failed to honor the 2018 Public Service Wage Agreement. Ethiopia. Fighting breaks out in Amhara despite humanitarian ceasefire. 5 weeks after Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced a humanitarian ceasefire, it is already beginning to fray as fighting in the northern region of Amhara has erupted again. The hills of Amhara have been the scene of fighting between federal government forces, the TPLF terrorists, and other militia groups for months. In January, Abiy announced a national dialogue with the aim of bringing peace to the country, but the TPLF seems hell-bent on continuing the attacks. Senegal. FIFA sanctions Senegalese team over fan disorder. The Senegalese national team has been sanctioned by FIFA for the incidents that took place during the second leg of the World Cup 2022 qualifying playoff between Senegal and Egypt in Dakar on 29th March. In a statement, FIFA fined Senegal's soccer federations $180,000 for fan disorder at a World Cup playoff game. Senegal went on to win the shootout in Dakar in March, with Salah's Liverpool teammate Sadio Mane scoring the decisive sport kick. The Algerian Federation will also have to pay a fine of close to $3,000 for the use of smoke bombs and throwing objects during the Algeria-Cameroon playoff on 29th March in Blida. Algeria, on the other hand, appealed to FIFA to have the match replayed because of the scandalous refereeing, according to the Algerian Federation of Gambian Bakary Gassama. Africa-wide. 6 African countries among world top destinations. Global travel website Big 7 Travel has shortlisted 50 countries worth exploring for wanderlust tourists conscious of their carbon footprint. Africa shines on the podium with white sand beaches as far as one can behold. The Gambia was ranked 3rd in the world and first in Africa on the 2022 top eco-friendly places to visit, followed by Botswana and Tanzania. Cape Verde is ranked 43rd as Mauritius takes the last spot on the Big 7 Travel 2022 ranking. Ecotourism is a form of tourism involving visiting fragile and relatively unspoiled natural areas in a way that benefits the local communities. This low-impact alternative to standard mass tourism has been gaining traction in the past few years. A 2021 report projected that the global ecotourism industry would generate over $300 billion by 2027. In 2019, the industry garnered $181.1 billion. Great news! Tunacheki, Kunda Kids and Nala have partnered together to bring you Maua and the Garden of Plenty, our first African children's book, for free. Nala is a money transfer app that uses the latest technology and works with local communities to make payments as hassle-free as possible. The easy-to-use app allows anyone to quickly send money from the UK to Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Ghana, with many other African countries and currencies coming soon, at the lowest rates available. To get a free copy of Maua and the Garden of Plenty for yourself, family, or friends, download the Nala app, use the code KUNDAKIDS and make a transfer of as little as £1. For those in the USA, you can download the app and RSVP for your free book coming next month. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, follow, share and like our video. It's the best way of supporting us. And remember, Africa is watching.